Only on Christ 17 TV. We got blue skies and sunshine. That rain done went away for a second. Probably gonna rain tomorrow, but that's gonna be it for a minute. We're gonna be good for a hot minute. Boy, it's flooded all over California. Mudslides, rock slides, everything. Well, I'm gonna get back at it with another one. You already know. Smacking your ass with back to backs. This one goes back in the time machine. You know how I do on my Christ 17 Great Adventures. Get in the time machine like Bill and Ted, you feel me? But yeah, we'll go back to when I was a youngster, when I was like 15. And I had this young partner, he was 12, barely turning 13. Uptown. His name was Japheth. Coolest little dude in the whole world. He was with the shit at a young age. He always was trying to follow around me and the older folks. Kind of like how I was when I was young. I don't like that, I just kind of hung around and looked up to the older folks. But yeah, great kid. You know what I'm saying? Back then, though, we was wilding. We would be cutting school, all kind of shit. We'd be hustling. We'd be hanging out with motherfuckers that got guns and just all kind of wild Bronx shit. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, growing up in the early 90s in the Bronx, it was different than a lot of places, and it's different than the times that we have today. Meaning there's no cell phones, no cameras. There was barely any cameras anywhere. So motherfuckers was getting away with a lot of crime around everywhere through the Bronx, through Brooklyn, Queens, New York, Harlem, everything. Pretty much all across the world before this internet shit came. So my partner used to follow around us, chill with us. He was smoking. We was all smoked a little weed at 13. He lived right down the block from me, on the same block, but towards the end. He's my dude. So he always be coming with us, going downtown to the weed spot, all that shit. Taking the train, going to Harlem. We go everywhere with this little dude. But he wanted to hustle, and we wouldn't let him hustle. We actually made him stay in school, make sure you do all your homework and do all the shit. But on the weekends, come chill with us. Fridays, come chill with us. Smoke with us. He was even trying to drink at like 13. He was bad as hell, but he was a good kid though. No lie. So he would watch us all the time. So now he's trying to talk us into putting him on so he could hustle on the same block he lived on, which, that's what everybody did. That's what I did. But we knew his parents, and plus he was so young, we didn't want him to be doing that, because once that you get in it, it's hard to get out of it, man. And with the shit that come with it, it's grown man stuff in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got into it young. Friends of mine did, and it's no joke. A motherfucker come and peel your cat back. A dolphin will rob you. I've seen it all there. Robberies, motherfucking TNT, sending dudes that look like bums, funky, stank motherfuckers with marked money trying to buy a dime or 4 nickels. And guess what? Now you got some marked money, and TNT gonna swoop on your ass, and you're gonna get thrown in the back of that white van, and you out of here now from spot to spot until they finish, and then they're gonna take your little ass to juvenile, or they're gonna have to call your mama to come get your ass. So we didn't let him do that, but the kid was in the guns at a young age, which, every kid was in the Bronx that I knew. We was all in the guns, because that's all that you had for protection. A pistol or a pit bull. That's what all the young kids had. A pit bull, a pistol, or both. And then if you got the pistol and you walking with the dog, you least likely to get stopped, because police don't want to search nobody who got no fucking pit bull. So he playing with guns, and now he's starting to leave for the weekend. He going to his friend's house who live on the other side of the Bronx in Parkchester, right next to my old hood I grew up with. I just moved back from that area on the 6 line to Gun Hill Road on the 2 line. So he's doing that, back and forth, and he's asking us, yo, man, you should come with me over there. But at that time, our feet was cemented to the block, meaning we hugged that shit all day, all night. We wasn't going nowhere. Everything that we did was on that block. The whole block, the corner, the middle. I lived there. All the broads, all the knocks. We not going nowhere. It's money to be made, and the shit was rolling fast, real fast. Because if you left, another motherfucker would take your spot, and then you be ashed out. By the time you want to go hang out and play, they done slid somebody else right in your spot, and now you ain't getting no cash now because you wasn't serious. So we tend to kind of split up a little bit more because he kept going for the weekends instead of staying around until he got this one little broad to live on the same block, little short little thing, cute as hell. He cuffed her. He started to chill more on the block, which was cool. And he come down there, smoke weed with us on the corner, and then he would head back down there because he was only 13. So we was trying to like really keep him out of trouble, but he still wanted to hang out. He was a cool kid. I was only 15, so I'm not like too much older, but I was a lot more street smart because I grew up in the Frisco, Tenderloin, in and out of shelters, just crazy shit that I've been through. My 15 wasn't your average 15, you know what I'm saying? So one weekend, we were supposed to hang out, go downtown, get some weed, come back uptown. He changed the plans. So he ended up going to Parkchester to his partner house, and he had a 38, right? A 38 revolver. So they over at his friend's house, and see, these are still young kids. They like 13 each, him and his friend. So they don't know about guns like that. They fucking around playing with the gun, like not really knowing. And the sad shit is his friend was playing with the gun, and the gun went off and hit my man Japhet in the fucking chest. And he wasn't a big kid. He was a little dude, but had a big heart. Only thing is, the bullet hit him right in his heart. And the next day, we seen the girl that he date, or his little girlfriend, and we see her crying and crying and crying. And she comes up to me and she's talking about Japhet's dead. Japhet's dead. I'm like, what happened? And she said his friend shot him. So come to find out, they were playing with the gun. The gun went off, hit my man right in the chest and killed him, man. So that was one of the saddest times of my childhood because he was a real good friend of mine. And that's like the first time I really lost a friend to gun violence. I was like barely 15. He was just barely 13. He was a young kid. He's a great kid though. But the moral is, man, little kids shouldn't be playing with fucking guns because that's the type of shit that happens when you play with guns. Somebody's going to lose their life, and it's not going to be intentional. It's going to be accidental. And the worst thing ever is a parent to have to bury their kid. And I couldn't even think of doing that to bury my kids. The kid's supposed to bury you. So the moral of the stories, man, is before that you get your hands on guns, get a little training, please. Know how to, shoot, target practice something, know how to put your shit on safety, but the shit was a revolver. They was playing with the fucking gun, and my man's got shot right in the chest. And that shit hurt my heart to the core, man. And that's the first time I think I had a broken heart in my whole life. So this one is for you, little bro. You long gone, not forgot about. Japhet 213, man. Love you, man. This is Christ 17 with another one, but this is more of a sad one, flashback, reality check, man. These kids now was 13, the same age, shooting each other and don't even know how to wipe their fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? But playing with fucking guns. Still got shit stains in their drawers. You know what I'm saying? So for everyone that's watching this, man, watch your kids, man, because these kids is getting into trouble earlier and earlier in life. So this one for your mind, check yourself before you wreck yourself type shit. Christ 17, catch you on the flip side. Another one for your ass, man.